Race, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Trace. When the first time you guys played Michigan, it was very emotional. You were coming off of a big win over Purdue, and that may have sucked some of the energy out. This is a different situation mentally. You guys have to be focused because now you're in a almost a one and done situation as far as getting into the NCAA tournament. How mentally are you guys preparing and focusing in that regard?
I think as a team, we know what we have to do. And again, we're coming into the Big Ten tournament going to win it. Yeah, we're focused on Michigan right now. And as a team, we believe we could beat on any given night. And we can't play them last time. I think we were riding a little bit high, and you can't do that. Otherwise, you'll get beat in the Big Ten. So we're ready to play and excited to get down there.
Dustin.
Race, kind of keeping going on that, I guess one thing that they were able to do last time was obviously spread you guys out, get you sort of in scramble situations and kind of get open shots against rotations. I guess what in particular needs to be better there? I guess if you guys have studied that tape, what did you look at and see breakdowns on that and how do you go about just fixing those and make sure they're not getting as many open shots?
I think we weren't ourselves that game on either end of the floor. We weren't playing our defense correctly, and we watched the film yesterday and been watching it today, and we'll probably watch some more tomorrow. So looking back at it, we really weren't playing like ourselves on defense or on offense. And again, I think that just goes to feeling a little bit too good about ourselves. So I think that if we can play defense how we've been playing it in the past week or two, we'll be in good shape.
Jeff.
Hey, Race, appreciate your time. A lot of people made the assumption on senior night with the emotion that you showed, the way you talked, the way Woodson talked about you, that your decision has kind of been made. I'm just curious if you could just sort of explain sort of where you at or in your process, and do you have, at least in your mind, an idea of what next year is going to look like for you?
I haven't made any decision yet if I'm leaving or if I'm coming back. Either or is up in the air. But, I mean, yeah, I was emotional because I'm in the unknown. So, I mean, coming off an emotional game, the feelings I have towards my teammates, towards my managers, towards my coaches, towards the fans is real. And if that was my last game in Assembly Hall, it's definitely an emotional one. But, again, I mean, it's very possible I could be coming back. And, again, it's just really up in the air.
Gotcha.
Zach.
And the other question I had was, as far as you guys entering the Big Ten tournament, life on the bubble, the NCAA tournament bubble. Trey said that, yeah, it's out there. Everybody talks about it. What's it like as a player? I mean, do you look at it day to day, the bracketology? Do you talk about it? Do you try to avoid it when you can? Or give me a player's view how you guys handle that.
You can't really avoid it. I mean, it's what we do. We play college basketball. We watch college basketball all day. So, I mean, if you're watching the game, you're hearing about it and everything. So, I mean, again, I said it before, we know what we have to do in order to get where we want to go, which is the NCAA tournament. And I mean, again, we're going to Indy to win the Big Ten tournament, and we all believe we can do that. We just got to figure out a way to finish these games. But, I mean, yeah, we see it. But, I mean, I heard Trey say pressure is a privilege, and, I mean, it really is. So we're really excited to get to Indy.
Zach.
Race, I guess going back to the first time you guys played Michigan, and you've talked about it, I think, in a couple different ways, but they've got those big-bodied wing players, Houston on the floor, Williams on the bench. I mean, maybe even sometimes in some ways a guy like Diabate. I mean, just how do you maybe change the way you approach them when, they can throw more size at you offensively sometimes with their bigger lineups than you might be able to throw at them defensively, kind of mix of size and athleticism?
I mean, again, I think it just comes down to how hard you play. I mean, I played the 5 last year, and I think I did a good job guarding the 5. I mean, it really just comes down to the effort you're willing to put in. And I think that going to Indy, we got to go balls to the wall and give all we got every game. So, I mean, they got big guys. And so do we. So, I mean, we'll be ready when it comes down to it.
Kevin.
What do you think has been different about Xavier the last few weeks, and how do you guys kind of try to continue to feed off his energy and what he's providing for the offense?
Yeah, he's been really good for us. I mean, he's the head of the snake in my eyes. We go as he goes. So, I mean, he's been really locked in practice, watching film, putting extra work in, and just keeping his head down and just staying focused on the team and how he can do his best to make our team better. So, I mean, I think we can get him to keep doing that for the rest of the season, and we'll be a tough team to beat.
Last question, Mike Juman.
Yeah, Race, I'm sure you're not in the mood for moral victories of any sort, but did that game on Saturday at Purdue, you know, one of the best teams in the country, tough place to play, did that do anything positive for you guys, just knowing that, hey, man, we competed, we were right there?
I mean, you could say that about a lot of games this season. I mean, we're really in most of the games right up until the end. So, I mean, we know we can beat these teams. We just got to really figure out a way to beat them. But, I mean, I wouldn't say it gave us confidence because, I mean, we didn't win the game. But, I mean, we know we can play with anybody in the country any given night. So, I don't think that's new based off our last game. But, I mean, we all know that.